Joining us now, Newt Gingrich, former Speaker of the House and Fox News political analyst. Newt, she's not the president, but she's playing one on TV. How important was that moment today for people to understand what's really going on the foreign policy question, given her appalling record there, as well as all the other issues we already hit tonight?
Well, look, I think we have to recognize that in many ways now she is the president. I mean, does anybody seriously believe that Joe Biden, in his currently weakened condition, is in any serious way running the country? So you just got a taste of what a President Kamala Harris would be like. The problem she has, of course, is, as you point out, that she is a San Francisco radical, that her record is impossible to hide no matter how hard the media tries to hide it, dump it in a memory hole, or get rid of it. The objective fact is, in the end, she will be a San Francisco radical. But, I mean, in all fairness, parties get to compete by using the tools that they've got. One of the tools they've got right now is the White House. So you can't blame her for trying. I just don't think it does her much good, because in the end, I think she, no matter what happens in the next 6 weeks, no matter all the effort of the news media, no matter who she picks as vice president, in the end, she will be a San Francisco radical. She will not be able to get away from that, and it will, in the end, crush her just as it crushed Dukakis and it crushed McGovern.
What would you say about strategy for debating her, or debating her at all? I mean, there was some question today. She was out there saying, well, I want to debate him, and he's trying to back off on debating me. What would you advise former President Trump?
Well, first of all, I would say to Vice President Harris, if you look at the last decade, anyone who thinks it's easy to debate Donald Trump is really foolish. He will be ready, partly because he lives it. I mean, he's done all the things that she wants to pretend to do. So, but I would say that there's a difference here. The left is going to pick nasty, mean, personal fights, because they can't win any other than possibly with abortion on some terms, and even there they lose if you push them to 9th month, which is where I think Kamala really is. That's an extremist position, and that loses too. So there's no policy issue where they're going to win. So they've got to get into nasty, mean, personal things. I think she would go in trying to debate Trump, and my advice is really simple. We win if we are slower, if we keep a distance. It's like a boxing match. We want to punch from a distance. She wants to clinch. We want it to be slower so you can see the facts. She wants it to be really fast so that, in fact, it all stays cluttered. The more cluttered it is, the better her chance. The more open and clear it is, the worse her chance. And my view is we should work very hard, sidestep all the mean, nasty things, and just keep staying on the basic things. That'd be my advice.
Well, I mean, look, who thinks she's smarter than Hillary Clinton? And Trump, did an excellent job debating Hillary Clinton when he stayed focused on those issues. So I think that's not a problem. I want to get back to this issue of the pro-Hamas wing of the Democrat Party. They know this is a problem. That's why she came out today and tried to pretend I'm a friend of Israel. But this is Hakeem Jeffries with our own Chad Pergram. Watch.
Many of these folks associate with the left wing of your party. Talk about that divide.
It's not clear to me that any of the protesters associate with the left wing of the Democratic Party. That's a factual assumption that is inaccurate.
Did Hakeem Jeffries miss Rashida Tlaib holding the, war criminal, or whatever the heck she was holding, genocidal maniac sign?
Well, look, they have a big problem. I think, by the way, this is why, in the end, Harris will not be able to pick Governor Shapiro of Pennsylvania. I think to walk into that convention with a Jewish governor as her vice presidential candidate would cause such a level of tension in places like Michigan that it would just be a wild scene. It would sort of resemble Union Station. They have a real problem. And the problem is more and more their party is anti-Semitic, more and more their party sides with terrorism, and more their party is deeply hostile, not just to Israel, they're deeply hostile to the United States. And I think this is an underlying split in their party, which will be interesting to see how they try to write a platform compared to what the Republicans achieved in Milwaukee. Because how do they bring their radical left wing and what's left of the old pro-Israel wing, how do they get something on that into the platform? I think they're going to have a very hard time.
Newt, thank you so much.